yeah, let me know in the comment section if I haven't been patient with this thing. Let me know if I haven't been patient. Let me know if everything is just rushed and, yo, you want to grow too quickly. That's the reason why. Comment down below, or comment down below if I have been patient. Let me know, because I don't know. Because I'm at a point where I'm just like, look, man, these people ain't interested in the stuff. They don't help the growth of my channel. They ain't really blowing it up. YouTube tripping. I don't know what is going on with these goofy individuals off camera trying to work out business deals with people, real business deals. I have witnesses to this. And you got goofy individuals acting like they don't have common sense. They can't give you straight up answers. They ducking and dodging you. Everybody just wants attention, right? Okay. So you have the Ten of Swords, you have the Eight of Wands, you have the High Priestess, you have the Ace of Swords, the Magician, the Seven of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords, and last but not least, you have the Knight of Swords. This video is going to be one of those long ones, right? But more video for y'all. So what I'm seeing here for the Cancer crabs is a lot of you Cancers are in a situation where you Cancers, first and foremost, if you're trying to create some sort of situation where you could potentially get back at somebody, don't. Just learn to forgive them, leave them alone, and keep it pushing. Because the Ten of Swords represents you're going to continue to think about how this person or these group of people betrayed you, and it's not necessarily going to go anywhere. The Three of Cups represents the forgiveness. But remember, the Ten of Swords is invoked incorrectly, which means if you go along the guidelines of what the Ten of Swords represents, it'll have you looking crazy because you'll end up seeking revenge where you're not supposed to, and I don't suggest it. So the Eight of Wands now represents how this is a situation for a lot of y'all where the Eight of Wands is about you kind of needing to speak to somebody, or if not necessarily speak to somebody on some psychiatrist type stuff, then what you can do is you can essentially choose to say it to yourself, right? And kind of get down to the root cause of it yourself. That's what I do when I have a lot of frustrating things going on. I usually like to just kind of sit down by myself and ask myself what exactly is wrong, right? And really kind of, as a Virgo does, peel back the layers of what is really wrong, so I can actually come up and then go and do the research as to me being able to actually come up with the answers. So the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords represents how this is a situation where, the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords represents how, again, you need to be very careful right around now because you Cancer crabs may want to protect yourselves, but what you're not seeing is there is no need to protect yourself because nobody is trying to cause harm. The harm is already done. The person who you think already betrayed you is already not in your life anymore. So there is no need for you Cancers to seek any kind of revenge or anything like that, or avenge, or whatever the case may be. You don't need to do that because they're not even in your life. The the Magician, the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Cups represents how this is a situation where you Cancer crabs right around now need to also understand. Let me see what time it is. Okay, cool. You Cancer crabs right around now need to also understand that this is a situation where you Cancers, how do I say, you Cancers need to pay attention to the direction of where your own life is going. You're in control of your own life. It's no one else. It's just that, you're having a hard time seeing that due to, again, a lot of people being swindlers, a lot of people saying one thing, doing another. I most definitely understand that sentiment, most definitely. Because most of the people whom I meet, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's face-to-face, I definitely understand that, because most of the people, just in general out here, they're demented. They say one thing and they do another. They don't even follow through. Now the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords represents how this is a situation for a lot of you Cancer crabs, where it doesn't mean that you should divide yourself in that way, right? Because like for me, on a personal note, I'm a hermit in the sense that I don't really hang out with a lot of people. I'm a lone wolf, and there's a reason for that. Is because, like I said a few seconds ago, most people don't know whether or not they're coming or going. So what it looks like is I'm always having to dust myself off and come up. But what it actually is the reason why it is that I got to do all that is because people are not consistent with the things that they're saying and doing. And when they get approached on some real business type steeds, you see how a lot of people really get pressed because most people are just interested in the attention. And see, this is part of the reason why, as I said, it's real goofy out here nowadays, because it's not even about getting the money anymore, right? It's not even about getting the money. Because see, the Instagram models is like, I want to see the money. But the people who are trying to talk to the Instagram model, and we know who that is, they just want the attention. Because because I'm trying to illustrate something, they'll post up a large sum of money on Instagram or wherever else. But when they actually get approached with business, where people coming to them like I did, and will be like, hey, let me get can I be a silent partner? Can I buy into 1% of the business? You know what I'm saying? And can you create some form of contract so I can have 1% of the business for, like, create that type of business transaction. You see a lot of people who would be flashing money on the internet not know what real business looks like. But the IG model is like, yeah, I need to have the cash. I want the cash. I'm flashing. All this attention is for the cash. These cats, they out here showing you the cash so that they can get all the attention. Lame stuff. Why that's important? Because that's where the mentality of what most people is on. They're not even in it for the money no more. They're just in it for just attention. Because anytime you speak to people about getting money and stuff like this, what is it that they doing? Nah, I ain't trying to do all that. I'm trying to have a job. Okay, granted, not everybody is built to run a business. Okay, but there's certain things that you can do to where you don't have to go through the trouble and do all that trying to create and own your own business and run your own business and stuff like this and still make money legally. They ain't trying to do that. You telling them that is like you speaking into a bullhorn into their ears. It's painful. And they're like, see, that's the reason why it is that this is the reason why it is that I come off as a quote unquote know-it-all. It's because I'm actually trolling. I'm actually being sarcastic. I'm actually satiring. And the satire that I'm being is I'm satiring the ignorance and the stupidity of how a lot of people who are asleep try to play as if the stuff that they doing is for a particular reason and it's BS. That's what I'm satiring. How intelligent people seem to think that they are, when in actuality they just a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them are just egotistical, and they think that ego of theirs is somehow some form of wisdom coming through. No, it just means that you're egotistical. So let's clarify. We have let's clarify the Knight of Swords. So you have the King of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups, and then you have the Queen of Cups. So like I said, man, I'm really getting frustrated with YouTube, man. YouTube is really, YouTube is so wishy-washy with what it is that they want to see. Imagine that. Being, according to other people, imagine being a genius but can't catch a break because of the psychosis and the BS of other people and the mediocrity of other people in higher positions. Unfucking believable. So you have unfucking believable. So you have a situation where the King of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and you have the Queen of Cups, King and Queen, represents, again, whatever the dance is between the two of you. Don't even worry about it. Don't even trip. You need to understand that, again, there's nothing in control of your life other than you, Cancers, and that whatever kind of bond that you felt with people trying to hold you back, you're a Cancer. So you will go against the grain and you will ultimately come out the winner. Cancers always do, right? As long as they have their mind right and they know what they're doing, right? And they know why they're doing it. You'll always be able to do it effectively. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.